as far as I'm concerned, Nigeria has never made a step in stopping insecurity. You see that step like this, well, they have never moved. Any day Tinubu will release the name of Terròr Financiers, Okocha Marcel will tell you that Ofone, it is finished. You know why? If they release those names are 80% of people who are going to campaign for 2027 again. 80% of politicians who are going to run for president, governors, senators are Terròr Financiers. If Tinubu release the name, problem will come. And I challenge him to release the name now. You people don't know why Tinubu have not released this name. So they are telling you they are recruiting, they are doing this, they are doing that. Who are they trying to deceive? When you have the names of people who are sponsoring terrorism and you are sending military to go and fight those people that have been sponsored, whereas the people sponsoring it are with you in your office. And Nigeria media houses are afraid to talk. Nobody want to probe RFI's statement that Tinubu is paying the terrorists through the office of the NSA. Nobody want to prove what a Social Democratic Party leader said, that Tinubu is working with Boko Haram. Oh, it's mere allegation, and you are dying for nothing. The 80% of people, I repeat, who are going to campaign in 2027, they are Terròr Financiers. I challenge Tinubu to release the name of Terròr Financiers. Let us see whether Nigeria will not blow up. You can't be sponsoring insecurity and you, at the same time claiming you are fighting insecurity. Nigerians should wake up. This is Thursday, the 4th day of December 2025. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. This video is not all about tribe, religion, or any other thing, but it is an art of talking reality, art of issues. About 2 to 3 days ago, there was a report that 5 university students from Rivers State were kidnapped by the Fulani militia, and I have a good news that these people have been rescued today. But not only that, do you understand that Rivers State University suspended lectures after these people were abducted, because the fear grips the whole environment that these people could come back and carried out mass abduction of students like they have been doing in other places in Nigeria. But that is not the situation alone. You remember that Delta State as well suspended the activities of the University of Delta. That was 4 months ago. So how can universities be suspending lectures because of the activities of group of certain people sponsored by politicians who are still in the top government offices? Now, let it be clear that if Yoruba people, the Yoruba group, are carrying out these activities in northern Nigeria are shutting down their schools, Nigeria will be on flame. If the Niger Delta are doing the same thing, maybe their groups are causing mayhem and they're not doing all this thing, these people will make sure that Nigeria will be on flame. If the Igbos are doing it, if they even meet an Igbo man, they will just shoot him. I'm not saying this because of tribal, because I understand that these people were imported into Nigeria. These people did not enter Nigeria by themselves. So these terrorists you are seeing, most of them are Nigerians, according to Dauda Lawal, the Incumbent governor of Zamfara State. He said, we know these people, we know whom they are. And the Katsina community made me believe that, yes, these people, majority of them are Nigerians. When these Fulani terrorists, they call bandits, when they kidnap so many people from Katsina community and they notice that they know one of the bandits, you know what they do? They now went and kidnapped their brothers back. That was where everything, became clearer that, yes, these people, they know themselves. But apart from this, we understand that a lot of them were imported by politicians. Someone like Kuwa Baraje came to the national television and admitted that they imported it. RFI made the state statements. Sinitoyin Nayabarebe made the state statement. All these people I'm mentioning, they are alive today, so you can go and confirm what I am saying. So that is apart. I want you to think about this. So if these ethnic groups that I mentioned, if they are the ones, the Niger Delta, the Yorubas, the Edos, the Igbos, if they are the one who are or who imported these terrorists, to say, I know that Kuwa Baraje is from Kwara State. He boasted that they imported these people to remove Jonathan. And if we are not hypnotized, tell me why is it that everybody is keeping quiet? They use media, Nigerian media, to subdue the truth. They will always want lies to fly. They don't want the truth to fly. Now, who are the ones who are arming and sponsoring these people, who are making sure that, this musician, Timaya, posted this some time ago in Bayelsa State, that these Fulani militia are all over every places in Bayelsa. So if Bayelsa, Delta, Rivers has been captured like this, meaning Nigeria has been captured. Nigeria has been, subdued totally. Now, I understand the move that Nigerian government are making, trying to recruit people, changing service chief and all these things. Hello, Nigerians. I want to tell you the truth. I want you to save this video. I'm not saying it because of anything. Changing CDS and all those things, but for formalities, that is not the issue. Recruiting 100,000 people is not the solution. Changing everybody is not the solution. But the solution is this. Where are the names of terror financiers? Nigeria is under spare. Yesterday, I watched how the House of Representatives were begging Tinubu to release the name of terror financiers. Dear Mr. President, if you know that your name is not among, what is stopping you? If you know you are not sponsoring insecurity, Mr. President, what is stopping you from releasing these names? Now, the next video I'm going to do, I'll be talking about the decisions, the first blow of Trump on Nigeria. The terror financiers that US knows, they have already placed themselves and their families on visa restrictions. So if the US knows these people, Saudi Arabia released the names of these people on September 15, 2021. September 15, 2021, yes. Saudi Arabia released the name of these people. Go and check their names. And all their names were linked to Buhari minister then. All their names were linked to Buhari's cabinet. They refused to try them. Tinubu knows what is going on. So Tinubu is afraid to release the name of terror financiers. How many years are we going to fight? People are with drones, with gun in the bush. How many years are they going to fight? These people's program, they are not fast about it. These people can allow you to fight and you'll die. They will start fighting your children. Their children will start fighting your children. This is a programming. So what will be the solution? I have repeated this thing countless times. Anybody that removed Nigeria out of regional government was the first enemy of Nigeria, no matter where the person comes from. Now, if Nigeria did not urgently return to regional government or Nigeria being divided, I am afraid that Nigeria might not see even the end of 2027 because of all these things that are happening. I gave you an example yesterday. I said if you went to market and you buy a yam, and you discover that the yam has infection. You know those kind of infection that if you enter inside the yam, inside will be brown. It will spoil. You won't be able to eat it. So if you discover that there is an infection in the yam, what are you going to do? You start spraying insecticide at the back of the yam like what the Nigerians are doing now? Absolutely no. What are you going to do? You have to cut the yam. Separate the good ones from the side that has been infected. If not, the whole yams will be infected and it will be wasted. Nigeria as a country will be wasted if we did not come together and separate these people for what they want. The question is what do they want? Ask this question, what do they want? These terrorists, their numbers are not hidden. You watching me can even talk to these terrorists. They operate in a safe haven. They have social media accounts. And I have some of their numbers. No, what are you people trying to do? What are you people trying to do? To guess that you are fighting insecurity? Of which you are sponsoring insecurity. Matawande, who is the Minister of Defense State, has been accused of funding terrorists by a sitting governor. Daudanawa, a sitting governor accused Tinubu's defense minister. Now, this man has the contact of the terrorists, that I know. They didn't send anybody to tell me about this. This man is part of the negotiation that released that former school girls. How can we continue like this? It's not going to work. How can we continue like this? Anything that is stopping Tinubu not to release these names, that is the solution. You see all this fighting, buying of drone. I saw Enugu governor now buying drone. All those. You people are trying to show that you show concern. Guys, this is not the solution. The person buying drone, are you thinking that he's not the sponsors of terrorism? The person who appointed General Musa now, Tinubu that appointed General Musa to become the Minister of Defense, and everybody is hoping that everything is going to quench. Ask Tinubu, don't you know people who are fighting this insecurity that you now appointed Musa to go and fight? Nigerians, think now, think for one day. The Tinubu knows people who are sponsoring insecurity. This list is on his table. The list of people who are sponsoring insecurity are on Tinubu's table. Tinubu can tell everybody that he don't knows, but he can't tell me, Okocha Abi Marcel, that he don't knows people who are sponsoring insecurity. It is on his palm. Then he's now telling Musa and other people, oh yeah, go and fight insecurity. And you know people sponsoring it. Why are Africans like this? Why is it that black man can't think and reason? You know, why is it that black man cannot think and reason? The same people who are telling you, let us recruit, let us do this. They know people who are sponsoring this. Haven't you watched the interview of Kunda Olaomi? A noble Yoruba man who served Nigeria for 30-something years, close to 40 years. He was a commodore, a naval commodore, the head of Defense Intelligence Agency, who masterminded the operations that brought Niger Delta militants into amnesty. This man was determined to eradicate Boko Haram, but they stopped him. He came to the national television on Channels Television for 1 hour. He was discussing about the complicity of APC government in terrorism. He said if he had to stop the insecurity situation in Nigeria, that was stopping while he was serving was because you've got to arrest the president. You've got to arrest the governors. You've got to arrest the politicians, the senators. So what are we even doing? What are we doing? What are we talking about? And everybody is just keeping quiet. Everybody is folding their hands. Maybe one day this thing will end. It's not going to end. Or don't let it. I don't like giving people false hope. I don't like giving people false hope. As far as I'm concerned, Nigeria has never made a step in stopping insecurity. You see that step like this, well, they have never moved. Any day Tinubu will release the name of Terròr Financiers, Okocha Master will tell you that Ofone, it is finished. You know why? If they release those names are 80% of people who are going to campaign for 2027 again. 80% of politicians who are going to run for president, governors, senators are Terròr Financiers. If Tinubu release the name, problem will come. And I challenge him to release the name now. You people don't know why Tinubu have not released this name. So they are telling you they are recruiting, they are doing this, they are doing that. Who are they trying to deceive? When you have the names of people who are sponsoring terrorism and you are sending military to go and fight those people that have been sponsored, whereas the people sponsoring it are with you in your office. And Nigeria media houses are afraid to talk. Nobody want to probe RFI's statement that Tinubu is paying the terrorists through the office of the NSA. Nobody want to prove what Social Democratic Party leader said, that Tinubu is working with Boko Haram. Oh, it's mere allegation, and you are dying for nothing. The 80% of people, I repeat, who are going to campaign in 2027, they are Terròr Financiers. I challenge Tinubu to release the name of Terròr Financiers. Let us see whether Nigeria will not blow up. You can't be sponsoring insecurity and you, at the same time claiming you are fighting insecurity. Nigerians should wake up. Go and watch that video of Kunde Olaomi and digest it. I rest my case.
Well, you see, people don't know what Sharia is all about. First of all, Sharia is the principles and practice of Islam. You can't separate Sharia from Islam. They are one and one. So any Muslim who tells you that he doesn't want to live his life according to Sharia, then he's not a Muslim.
Do you think Nigeria should become a Sharia nation?
That is my ambition, and that is the ambition of every Muslim in this country.
So, as a leader, governor, chairman, president, you are expected to run your affairs with the dictates of Sharia. So, as a leader, governor, chairman, president, you are expected to run your affairs with the dictates of Sharia.
Item 62 says National Assembly shall not make any law that affects Islamic law. This second schedule. So this amendment is against second schedule, item 60.
Well, you see, people don't know what Sharia is all about. First of all, Sharia is the principles and practice of Islam. You can't separate Sharia from Islam. They are one and one. So any Muslim who tells you that he doesn't want to live his life according to Sharia, then he's not a Muslim, because he doesn't even know what is Islam. If you are a Muslim, you have to live your life according to the dictates of Sharia. From the time you are born up to the time you will marry, the relationship between you and your parents when you are small, your responsibility to them or their responsibility to you, the relationship between you and your wife, if you marry, how you will marry, your responsibility to your wife, then your responsibility to the neighbors, to the entire society, is all defined under Islam, under Sharia. That is what is called Sharia. It is not just the capital punishment that people are talking about. This is just part of one aspect of Sharia. The major aspect of Sharia is called mu'amala. That is how you relate to human beings, other human, even animals. There are ways we have to cut and kill our animals. There are ways you enter toilet. There is way you come out of toilet. So everything in Islam is defined under Sharia. So it's a code of life for Muslims. So as a leader, governor, chairman, president, you are expected to run your affairs with the dictates of Sharia.
In Nigeria, Sharia has been instituted as a main body of civil and criminal law in 12 Muslim majority states since 1999, when the then Zamfara state governor Ahmed Sani Yerima began the push for the institution of Sharia at the state level of the government. A declaration of full Sharia law was made in the 12 states in that year, and the states created Islamic legal institutions such as Sharia Commission and Zakata Commission, and a Hizbah, a sort of an Islamic police, according to some critics, like Neo Igwe, the chairman of the Board of Trustees for the Humanist Association of Nigeria then. The adoption of Sharia law violates Article 10 of Nigerian Constitution, guaranteeing religious freedom. So the question implies, how can a law, the Sharia law, now violate Nigerian Constitution? The incompatibility test has failed there. And when you look at this map, the green side was said to have no place of Sharia. Like Sharia plays no role in the judicial system. But as I speak to you in Abuja, it plays role. In some part of the southwest, it's already playing role, and they are making further push to so many states further southwest. When you look at the yellow in this map, Sharia implies only in personal status issues such as marriage, divorce, inheritance, and child custody. But otherwise, the legal system is secular. That was then, but now it is opposite. But when you look at the indico, I think it's violent or indico, the color there, Sharia implies in full, including personal status issues and criminal law. So Sharia operates fully in this state. And when you look at it, you have people in this area who are doing all sort of things against people. In this area, was a place where Deborah was murdered because she posted something on her WhatsApp group, and you can see that up to 44 lawyers stood for people who burn someone alive. This is the kind of country you are living in. You know why I'm giving you all this background? I'm giving you all this background for you to understand how these people started this Sharia, their intention. This is Ahmed Yerima, the man you first listened from the beginning of this video. His name is Ahmed Sani Yerima. Sani Yerima was a governor and 3 times senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So when you look at this person, he's a paddy to former President Muhammadu Buhari and a boy to Buhari. So this man has been promoting Sharia, and when they interviewed him, why do you want Sharia in Nigeria? Do you want the whole country to become a Sharia state? He said, it's my ambition and the whole ambition of the whole Muslims in Nigeria. So this is what I want us to talk about in this video.
Do you think Nigeria should become a Sharia nation?
That is my ambition, and that is the ambition of every Muslim in this country.
All right, first and first, I don't want to waste your time in this video. Let me just go straight to the point. You see, Sani Yerima, because a lot of people don't know that his name is also Ahmed. So let me not be using Ahmed Yerima so that you will not be thinking of the Navy officer that had issue with Wike the other day. So his name is Sani Yerima. Okay, let me withhold the Ahmed there. So this man said that as a Muslim, even though you are a governor, you are a president, as a Muslim, everything you are going to do is going to go on a Sharia way. I want you to pause and think. I want you to pause and think. He said, everything you are doing as a Muslim, you are a president, you are a governor, you must do it on a Sharia way. And he said it's a deception for Muslims not to say they are not practicing Sharia. That every Muslim, that Sharia is a part of Muslim. Do you get it? Sharia is a part of Muslim. There is a reason why I am bringing out all these things to you. Now, anytime I make video about the upcoming, Sharia crisis and Sharia war that we know in 2026, so many of my friends who are Muslim, have a lot of them, good friends, okay, good friends. So most of them will chat me, Okocha, look at what you are saying, what do you think about it? I say, I'm not saying this. Your leaders who brought Sharia to Nigeria said that. They made such statement. They said it is their ambition. Ambition is something you crave for. something you search for, something you are seeing it in your mentality and you want to achieve it physically. Ambition is that driving force that makes you to go after something. That is what these people have towards the implementation of Sharia in a holistic form in Nigeria. The confection, let me go straight to this angle for you to understand it better. If you want to start up a business or you want to do anything, there's what they call a mission statement. So that was a mission statement of Sani Yerima when he was pushing after the Sharia crisis in 1999-2000. When he was pushing it. So they asked him, how far? You don't want the whole Nigeria to turn to Sharia. He said that is his ambition. And right from that time till now, these people have been doing this thing little by little. They are not fast, but they are strategic. They are not fast, but they are strategic. They know what they are doing. And now, as I speak to you, all the whole terrorist organization in Nigeria, Boko Haram is not their real name. Okay, Boko Haram, ISWAP, all these jihadists, they call bandits. What do they want? All of them said, we want a Sharia state. Western education is prohibited. We don't want women to do like this. This is what they wanted right from time. And they are, present continuously doing it. So the issue here is simple. And this type of thing, it is always hard for you to win it with a war because they have infiltrated the society. I have been suggesting that these people should be confined into their own country where they can practice Sharia. But my fear is that people will come and realize late what I'm saying. Time will come, people will realize, before you will start calling for the division of Nigeria or regionalism or this or that, it will be late. This is not what one ethnic group will do. This is not what two ethnic groups will do. Everybody have to sit on the table. Let's iron this thing out. A senator made a statement last week. You know what he said? He said, we all know the problem. We know what is causing this insecurity. Let us stop pretending. If we want to face and fight it, let us fight it now. If we want to negotiate, let us negotiate. He was talking about Sharia. And Yerima, when he was a senator, I don't know where he was quoting. I don't know. He said, Nigerian government and Nigerian legislators are not allowed to amend Sharia law. The supremacy of Sharia above Nigerian constitution indirectly. But every now and then you can amend Nigerian constitution, but you cannot amend Sharia law. I am laughing because I understand very well the negative effects of this Sharia in Nigeria. You already have their courts, their police, everything. This is so dangerous, you understand? And as I said before, I am predicting that there will be a Sharia crisis next year. Yes, there will be a Sharia crisis next year. Because a lot of interests are going to attack the Sharia in Nigeria. If you said Nigeria is a secular state, as educated as you are, and you are talking about Sharia in a secular state? Come on, you have your religion, other people have theirs. Why imposing, trying to do all those things? It doesn't make sense.
In the Quran, chapter number 9, verse number 29, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala orders the Muslims to kill the Christians, Jews, and if they do not surrender, then they have to pay jizya. Jizya is basically protection money.
They don't care. As long as at the end, the Quran is at the sea. So some people in this country have this mindset. And we must tell the truth. If you tell the truth, you die. If you don't tell it, you die. Some people have this mindset to Islamize the nation. And they are in the government. And people know them. The DSS know them. The NIA know them. The DIA knows them because it is the DIA that conducted the operations that arrested these sponsors. So they know them. Why is the government, the commander-in-chief of the armed forces?
The general area of Afaka, where where the NDA is cited, is no stranger to this sort of attacks. Before now, I mean, a few other institutions around the Defense Academy have also been attacked. Talking about the Institute of Agriculture and Forestry, Mechanized Division, something to that effect. I can't remember the exact name of the institution now, but we do know that they have been around this area. Now, I'm looking at the front page of Daily Trust newspapers, and they have this, why NDA security was compromised. And the first writer says, bandits leave peacefully. Peacefully is in parenthesis, near academy. There have been questions before now that sometimes, this happened in Jos, around Rukuba, that, oh, there were attacks happening in the neighboring area, and that the military institutions did nothing. The same thing happened when there were attacks on the airport, residential area in Kaduna. Oh, that was very close to the Defense Academy. They did nothing. Oh, they attacked the forestry school in Kaduna. They did nothing. Now they have finally come for them. But the talk is that these people have been there all along. They never went anywhere. The bandits who perpetrated this attack have been there all along. Does the military really need, I mean, if this is something that is of concern to the security agencies, because it was only a matter of time from what it would seem that we're reading that these attacks were going to happen, it didn't really need to wait this long before they took action against people they knew were a security threat to not just them, but also the people around their environment.
Yeah, Makwe, I may also shock you that some cadets have been abducted before now. And when they took these cadets away, and they demanded for ransom, as low as 400,000 naira at that time, the cadets were released after the ransom were paid. And the cadet told them that where they took them to, that they could hear the parade going on in NDA, that they were not taken far away from NDA, that every morning they hear the parade and the programs going on in NDA while they were in the camp of the terrorists. You are right. These people live around NDA. It's about social-cultural issue. As long as you're a Muslim and you speak Fufude or Hausa, you can do whatever you like and fraternize with the military and go in and out of the barracks. You are saying that the attack did not happen on Friday. Of course, it will not happen on Friday, but they have enough time to carry out surveillance. They have enough time to have insiders that will work with them. The problem is that journalists should go around our military institution this Friday and carry their cameras and see the decadence, the security breach that goes on every Friday in all military institutions across Nigeria, and tell the Minister of Defense to put a stop to that. The defense institutions, they are sacred. They are not where people can come on Friday, throw open the gate because they want to come and do Jumat. The truth is that on Sundays, we don't have such, invasion of our premises by Christians to come and pray or to come and do whatever on Sundays. But for the 35 years I spent in the military intelligence, if you go to Tego Barracks in Apapa, it's the same. The Tego Barracks is where I was trained as an intelligence officer. It's the same. On Friday, they will troop in. They throw it open. It's religion. And because we must think about solution. The Minister of Defense should stop this. They should make pronouncement and stop it. Every Friday, people should go to various mosques around them to pray and maintain the sanctity of our military institutions. That's what I
wanted to know if this has been an issue before now. I mean, has this been anything that, the people at the top in the military have found as a source of concern? Let me raise an instance. For instance, we know that at almost every security institution, even on the roads here in Abuja, before you can enter the same road that leads to any military institution is divided in two. There are huge barricades to prevent anybody from just entering, so to speak. This became a source of concern for the military in terms, especially after the attacks on the police headquarters. Has this been a source of concern for for the top brass of the military to say, hey, look, if we're taking these steps to put barricades, then this is also going to be a source of concern for us. What can we do about it? Have they elevated this discussion?
At Defense Headquarters, every Monday, Even if you go this Monday coming, you will see they are always there to discuss intelligence and security brief. We discuss all topics there, including the issue of Muslims gathering every weekend. All those barriers you see at defense headquarters. And that's why I'm talking to the media. They should go there on Friday. The barrier is no longer there. It's open because it is Jumat. And this is when they come to carry out surveillance. If you look at what happened in Mogadishu Barrack, it was the same. That was the time they went there and blasted the place and killed a lot of people. It's these same people that are allowed to have access on Fridays and become members of the mess because they are, you know, it's a social-cultural issue. So I think we should begin to look, the Minister of Defense should put an end to this, because for 35 years of my stay in the military intelligence, it has been the case. Both naval institutions, Air Force institutions, Army institutions, even the Department of State Services. Once it's Friday, the gates are thrown open, and people come from outside, and there'll be no space. They'll be all over. If you go to Defense Secretary on Friday, this Friday, you see them littered everywhere.
If I could just comment now. I mean, this conversation is usually quite tricky. I mean, people listening, some might take different perspectives to it, thinking, oh, is this a religious thing? Is this an ethnic thing? They ask, is it only Muslims you have in the military? Is it only people from this certain cultural, heritage that you have in the military? And I'd like us to tackle the issues. You have mentioned what you have called the core, as it were, of the problem. How do we tackle this without viewing it from a religious spectrum, an ethnic spectrum? Because you know well, Nigeria is quite, polarized across, these groups, ethnicity and religious. How do we tackle it without coming off as though you're inciting people, on those lines?
You see, one thing I discovered in this country is that when it comes to religion, everybody is very sensitive. But the fact I have laid bare is from the experience of 35 years of military intelligence. So I'm not coming to the air to whip up sentiments, no. I have been in the system. I work with Abacha government. I work with Babangida government. I work with Abdul Salam. I work with Yar'Adua Obasanjo. As a core insider of operations, I belong to a group of people that you are not supposed to see, people that you are not supposed to hear. Because we have 3 classes of military officers. I belong to the wars group. I lost my family because my family does not have to know where I have been, where I have gone, and I cannot talk. I've seen Colonel Lu here, I've seen Stan Lambo. Some of us belong to that group that we are not supposed to be seen, and we are not supposed to be heard. The truth I'm telling you now is not about sentiment. Is that there are a group of people in this country that feels that this country should be Islamized. This is a fact. Except you want me to start mentioning names of people in this government that we have interrogated. I was a member of an interrogation team, and I've interrogated a very high-ranking member of this government in 2007, 2008 on the issue of Boko Haram. I interrogated him. He's in this government right now. And what was the issue? Boko Haram. And this senior officer was actually let go because he was found culpable. But right now he's in the government. You see, we must say the truth, because if you don't, this country is going down the precipice. We have been set back more than 60 years right now. We've gone back to the time before 1966 now. And whoever is coming back to repair this country has a lot of work to do. This country has never been polarized, so we cannot run away from it. We have never been this much polarized. I'm a federal person. My mind is federal. My brain is federal. My loyalty is federal. I do things for the federal government. So I cannot come here and try to be sentimental. No, I'm a federal person.
So will your life be at risk now that they're hearing you?
I don't care. I don't care. And my colleagues, they know me. Those people that are listening to me, they know me. I don't care. The issue is that this country is bigger than an individual. That is the issue.